welcome back to Final Fantasy VII with me, Matthew Caddis, Iggy Poogie. So today we will actually begin one of the, well, many hopefully bonus episodes. I can't say I can do them all at once because of the trouble I had in fighting Ruby Weapon, but I will start off with the, probably one of my favourite side quests in the game, even if it's one of the most taxing, the Chocobo Breeding side quest. So, firstly, you have to be on either the Disc 2 or Disc 3, or after you've left Junon, and then head inside the Chocobo Ranch and speak to Choco Bill, and he will tell you about Chocobo Breeding. So, yes, and apparently they have a stable for your Chocobos. Don't know who they were taking care of them, but yeah. The kicker is that it does cost you 10,000 gil per each stable, so that's 60,000 gil altogether. Or 4,000 gil. 40,000 gil, sorry. 4,000, no. Thankfully, by this stage in the game, I have plenty of money, so I can easily rent out a Chocobo stable. So indeed, yeah. So now we need to go inside the barn and actually speak to Choco Billy and tell him about this, because from Choco Billy we can buy some greens and some nuts. However, I am going to try and buy some nuts, but to be honest, the nuts here aren't very good for breeding. I'll get to that in the next episode. For now, I'm just going to buy various greens. So yeah, and that'll be it. And it ain't easy, but there you go. And with that done, we can go, well, over this way, and indeed, head to the right. And over here, we have, the world map. Now, we want to get two specific Chocobos. I will say that again, we need to get two specific Chocobos. One of which is in Midil, or outside Midil. There were some Chocobo tracks outside there. I want to get 4 of those, and then return to the Chocobo Ranch. So yes, so that means because we are hunting Chocobos, we will need the Chocobo lure materia. So yes, and I don't think I've leveled it up at all really in my... actually, yes I do, it's up to 3 stars, what am I saying I have? So, with that said, yeah. Now I'm going to head down to either Midil or Corel, so let's see. It looks like I'm going to Corel first, I think. So yes, and where we want to go in Corel is outside the desert near the Gold Saucer. Because, yeah, also here is where Ruby Weapon is. So, yeah. So, I want to park it around here. Probably not on the Chocobo tracks. And I actually want to get 4 Chocobos here. And you will see why in a moment. So, yeah. So, basically, get into a Chocobo battle. Probably at least 4. Now, the encounters are, of course, random. At this stage, you probably don't need to use greens, but it does help. Just so long as you don't waste too much time or try and attack the Chocobo. So, yeah. But there you see I've got a Chocobo. So, yeah, I am not going to do all 4 Chocobos. I'm going to get them off screen. And then I will return to the Chocobo Ranch. And indeed, yeah. When you get your Chocobo, it will say you have the option to let it go or send it back to the stable. So yeah, we'll still, of course, get into various random battles. So yeah, never mind. So now I am going back to the Chocobo Ranch, and indeed, no, not. What was it called? That was the Chocobo Ranch. That is not. That's the village of Calm. Which is another thing. Like a lot of the music is changed there. it's changed to the song Anxious Heart. It was originally, or Anxiety, I'm not sure, but it was originally playing Ahead on Our Way, which is a much better song in the game, although, never mind. Back to the Chocobo Ranch, and, well, given the state of the world, it makes sense to change the song, I guess. So, now, we have got 4 Chocobos. We want to select moving Chocobos, and the one we are looking for, as we will see, is, yeah, we have pretty average Chocobos here, except for this one. This is a good Chocobo, according to Chocobilly. The annoying thing about this is that they don't tell you the gender of the Chocobo until you select it, which is very annoying. Seriously. The amount of times I have got a Chocobo of the same gender as the... It doesn't matter at the moment, because I've just got a male Chocobo. I've named it Boko after the Chocobo from Final Fantasy V. So, now I'm going to leave the Chocobo Ranch, and now I'm going to head for Medial. Yes, Medial, because that is where I want to go. And that is where we will find great Chocobos. Yes, they're so named after Chocobilly's assessments of them, basically. So yeah, there are some Chocobo tracks, I guess, a little further from Medial. So yeah, so we fly over near Medial Village, which is still suffering at the moment due to the effects of the live stream, and run along these tracks. There are 3 sets of Chocobo tracks, I guess. So yeah, once again, I'm going to get 4 more Chocobos. The ones here, unlike in Corel, you may want to use your greens here. I'm going to use probably my additional greens, although we are surrounded by headhunters. Again, at this stage in the game, especially with the double cut materia, yeah, I think I'm going to be fine with that. Let's see, yeah, especially with Tiva getting a critical hit on that headhunter, seriously. That's no problem at all, so also getting easy ether there. So yeah, so the enemies are a bit stronger here, understandably. We didn't come to Medial until, well, if we were playing the PS1 version, it would be the second disc, but there you go. So once again, I will get 4 more off screen and then return to the Chocobo Ranch, and indeed, well, see what happens. Now, here's the funny thing. As I mentioned, the Chocobo, because we have rented out one, we have to go back to Chocobill and pay another 10,000 gil in order to get the Chocobo we want. Oh, the Chocobo we want. Now, here's the thing. As I said before, the gender is not determined until you try and move it, which is very, very annoying. Seriously. And, yeah. Look what happens when I get a great Chocobo here. I want a girl to go with the thing. Of course, it doesn't say the Chocobo's name there, but what happens if we put it in? Yeah. This one is also a male. Yeah, and apparently this game does not allow for gay relationships, which honestly does upset me between Chocobos. So yeah, so we'll have to release him, because we cannot get any children between a male and well, 2 male Chocobos, so we need to find a female. So yeah, that is what prolongs the whole cycle of Chocobo, or moving Chocobos. So yes, let's see, do we have any more? I'll get to feeding Chocobos a little later in this episode, because there's a certain type of green we can feed them, as I said. So do we have any more, Yes we do! We have another great Chocobo here, so is this a girl? Nope, apparently we're only getting boys here. So yeah, all I can say is, yeah, apparently getting females is very hard. I didn't mind that my first one was a boy, but we do need a girl to produce offspring. So yeah, yeah, I gotta say that. So with that said, I actually do go back and get a female. So yeah, on my second go through my deal. But yeah, that does mean that I had to do this again, and you will probably have to as well. And don't get me started on the whole breeding cycle. I'll get to that in the next episode. Oh boy. Yeah, the breeding cycle can be annoying there as well. So, indeed, let's return to the Chocobo Ranch, and this time we do get a female. Yeah. So, indeed, move the Chocobo over to the stable once again. Thankfully, you don't have to pay any more extra gil for that, at least. So, let's see. So 2 average, 3 average, and 1 great. And yes, this one is a girl. So yeah. Yeah, it's completely random which gender you get for your Chocobo. So, now, what we have to do is, here's where another kicker comes in. In order to get them to breed, we have to get them to a pretty decent rank. Most guides say rank B, but I still struggle even at rank B to get a young thing, but I'll get to that in a moment. And in order to make them perform better, because remember Esther's words, most untrained Chocobos will not perform well. So we need to feed them some greens. And most of Choco Billy's greens will not do, so we have to speak to this person who lives up north. Quite near the northern continent, in fact. This is the Chocobo Sage, and he will actually sell us some very good greens. Yes, the silkiest greens. They do cost quite a pretty penny, though. Yes, about 5,000 gil each. Yes, seriously, so indeed I want to buy some silky screens, about 20 of them. I have at least, well, I can't even count that number. So yes, 5,000 gil each. That will hurt your pocket. If you speak to the green Chocobo here, you can get another enemy skill material as well. So yeah, if you want to get more enemy skills, although you'll have to do it again, and especially, although you could get some from, some of the monsters in the thing, although, Shadow Flare, you may have to wait for that. So, now we have the greens, what we want to do is feed them to the Chocobos so they perform better. Because in the next episode, I am going to go back to the Gold Saucer and enter both Boko and Choco into the Chocobo races up in the Gold Saucer. So yeah, and Silky's greens are by far the best greens to feed them. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, the other greens only increase certain stats. The silkiest greens actually really increase their thing, as you will see. So I will feed about 5 of them to Boko, and let's see what happens. So it increases their speed, stamina, and intelligence. So yeah, these are the best greens to give them. As I said, I think some of them increase 1 or 2 stats. Only the silkiest greens increase all 3. So speed, stamina, and intelligence for the Chocobos. So yeah, and I want to feed them to both of them, to both Boko and Choco, as I say. So on the next episode, we will enter both of them, although you will only see one of them enter the races, and get them up to, well, Class A. Yes. So I will see you then. Goodbye!